The Harbaugh tree remained strong in this game with old John Harbaugh coach Mike MacDonald taking on winning a huge game for the Seahawks, and Jay Harbaugh and that special teams leading the way the entire time. Jay Harbaugh is in fact the son of Jim Harbaugh and was an assistant with Jim at the University of Michigan. And so now on the Seahawks, he's actually getting an opportunity to coach his own unit from Mike MacDonald. And he is coaching the special teams, and the Seahawks special teams absolutely blew the doors off of the Saints on Sunday, and that's why they ended up winning that game. First off, early, you get Torrey Horton, a fifth-round rookie from Colorado State who already had a touchdown and had another receiving touchdown in this game. But on their second possession, first punt from the Saints, he gets a 95-yard punt return touchdown. That was incredible, a huge play, and that really helped them kind of break the game open. And then a little bit later in the game, they block a punt. That's huge as well. So the Seahawks, you got a blocked punt, a punt return touchdown, and then, or a blocked punt that led to a touchdown, a punt return touchdown, and then a kick return from number 83, Young. Sorry, I didn't get his first name, but Young, a big kick return from him to get the ball on the 40, and that sets up an easy touchdown as well. I mean, the Seahawks were up 35-3 in this game, and for MacDonald, I mean, this is a big game for them. The Seahawks won 10 games last year, but just missed the playoffs. They look like they were good, but, you know, you never know if sometimes we talked about some of these other coaches in the league who get things in the infrastructure and they don't really build on them. Just give you an example. Just trying to think. Dayball started off 9-7, and since then they've been getting worse. And it's not like they had great infrastructure with Judge before. But I'm just saying there are certain things. Maybe the defense was a little better, and then he could just build on the offense. I think in the Seahawks, their offense was kind of good, you would think, and then the defense was the thing they had to build, which MacDonald's strength, and he deserves a lot of credit. That defense was flying around as well, and it was really an impressive performance. Something else that I questioned, because the spread was 7.5. Me and Tony took the Saints to kind of cover because we figured that they would play it close, and we hadn't seen Seattle do this yet. But Sam Darnold looks like he's completely comfortable now with the offense. He started just making quicker decisions. He's getting out and moving much more. He's not a big runner, but he'll make a lot of out-of-the-pocket throws down the field. One of his biggest things that he used to do with the Vikings, and now he's doing it. And JSN is just continue his week in, week out production. He had his first touchdown this week, but just another big game for him where Darnold, he can definitely look at one guy, but JSN is just always open. He had a deep route go across the middle that the Saints, they kind of sort of had a double. They had a robber meaning a safety who comes from the top and comes to the middle, and JSN just ran under the corner, over the safety. Darnold threw it to him on the money. That connection has been on fire all year, and you kind of saw that again. The running game, they would like to be a little bit better, but Kenneth Walker had 2 rushing touchdowns. Just didn't really get the effectiveness you would want, but the Saints, they had some pride. They got defensive players, Cam Jordan, Demario Davis. That's really the strength of their defense, so you're going to see a lot of that. The Seahawks were just huge defensively in situations. The Saints went for some fourth downs early. They couldn't get him, and that flipped the field, and Darnold in that offense took advantage, attacked, and scored quick. That was impressive, very impressive. Now, I think more of kind of the questions go for the Saints, you know what I mean? And also this for the Seahawks, this Jay Harbaugh. How long can you keep him as special teams? Once I saw the name Harbaugh, I was like, wait, is that really? It is. He's another one of the lineage. And MacDonald came from John Harbaugh being the defensive coordinator on the Ravens. They got another guy in Minter over at the Chargers, who's been great since college. He's going to be getting some talks in the job here soon if MacDonald looks good. And so just a really impressive win. Game was over by halftime. They kept players in a little longer than I thought they would, but didn't really matter. For them, the big question is now upcoming. You play the Cardinals and Kyler Murray. They're getting off of a hard-fought loss against the 49ers, scratch and claw kind of game. And for them, the short week for the Cardinals, the Seahawks, that's a huge advantage. Getting to play the Saints right before that short week and then getting a team that just played the 49ers. Don't know if the stat still pertains, but a couple years ago there was a stat that the 49ers, if you played the 49ers, and this was when they went to the Super Bowl, but if you played the 49ers the next week, you were bound to lose whether you beat them or not because of the wear and tear that game takes on you. And that was a tough NFC West, hard-fought game. We saw from the first one when the Seahawks played the 49ers that Brock Purdy got hurt. So, and now we got the sad news, Nick Bosa out for the year with an ACL injury after that game. So who knows what kind of wear and tear the Cardinals are dealing with. Their secondary is beat up, injured as well. So Darnold to JSN, that should be there. And the Seahawks defense would look good against Kyler. So for the Seahawks now, one step at a time. 49ers lead the division at 3-0. You do have a loss to them, but you can bounce back from that. Everyone else is 2-1. Extremely competitive division. But to put the smackdown on like that, to show that improvement this week is really big for the Seahawks. And we'll see what they can do Thursday playing against the Cardinals with a chance to kind of rise up in that division as they look for MacDonald's first playoff appearance with the Seahawks.